All right. Are you ready to unlock some serious earning potential? Today, we are diving into the world of tech skills that can make you a millionaire by 2025.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And we're going deep into this report.
Deep.
Called Expanded Explanation of the Top Tech Skills for 2025 to Earn Millions. And trust me, it is absolutely packed with insights that'll make you rethink your career path, maybe even make a big change.
Yeah, it's not just listing trendy tech terms.
Right.
This report gets into the real-world applications of these skills and how they translate to cold, hard cash.
Okay, so less buzzwords, more show me the money.
Oh,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Let's jump into it. First up, we've got artificial intelligence and machine learning. It feels like AI is everywhere these days.
It really is, and it's only going to become more pervasive. Just stop and think about how AI is already changing things.
Yeah.
Self-driving cars, those personalized recommendations you get online.
It's true.
It's mind-blowing when you stop and consider it.
My music app knows my taste in music better than I do.
That's
sometimes. But what makes this an actual moneymaker?
Well, companies are pouring resources into developing and implementing AI solutions, which means they need skilled engineers.
Right.
We're talking salaries of $150,000 and up easily for those who can build and manage these systems.
$150,000. That's a nice starting point.
Yeah.
The report mentions that even $1 million salary is possible in this field.
Absolutely. If you specialize in a cutting-edge area like generative AI, think companies like OpenAI, the folks behind ChatGPT, or land a senior role at a major tech company, you could be looking at a seven-figure income.
Okay, I'm definitely paying attention now. So
Okay.
AI and machine learning, a clear path to the big bucks. What's next on our tech millionaire list?
Let's move on to blockchain development. Now, most people associate blockchain with cryptocurrency, but this report goes way beyond Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Way beyond.
I've heard whispers about blockchain being used for things like supply chains and even voting systems.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of like magic.
It's less about magic and more about creating incredibly secure and transparent systems. Imagine a world where you can track every step of a product's journey, from manufacturing to delivery, or where medical records are completely tamper-proof and only accessible to authorized individuals.
That's incredible. But can developers actually get rich building this, magic system?
The report shows that blockchain developers are already earning a comfortable $120,000 to $200,000 a year. But the real game changer is the potential for equity in Web3 startups.
Web3. Fill me in.
Okay, so think of Web3 as the next iteration of the internet built on blockchain technology. It's all about decentralization, giving users more control over their data and digital assets. Things like NFTs, those unique digital collectibles, and dApps, which are decentralized applications running on blockchains, are all part of this space. If you can get in early on a successful Web3 project, the potential for wealth creation is massive.
So not just earning a salary, but potentially owning a piece of the next internet revolution. Yeah, that's pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, it is. But, all this digital innovation comes with risks.
Uh-oh.
That brings us to our next hot skill, cybersecurity.
That makes sense. The more we rely on technology, the more important it becomes to protect it.
Absolutely.
The report mentions some pretty scary numbers about the cost of cybercrime.
It's a real threat.
Yeah.
And it's only getting bigger. By 2025, cybercrime could cost businesses over $10.5 trillion annually. That's trillion with a T. Companies are desperate for skilled professionals who can keep their data and systems secure.
So what are these cybersecurity gurus actually doing to fight the bad guys?
Well, they're building secure systems from the ground up, conducting vulnerability assessments to identify weaknesses, and ensuring companies comply with data protection regulations like GDPR and CCPA. Think of them as the digital detectives and bodyguards of the tech world.
Essential, but are they paid like it?
Absolutely. Ethical hackers, who are the good guys who probe systems for vulnerabilities, and cybersecurity analysts are earning between $100,000 and $150,000 annually. But if you aim for the top, a Chief Information Security Officer, or CISO, in a large organization can pull in over $500,000.
Okay, so AI, blockchain, cybersecurity, all pretty crucial in our increasingly tech-driven world. What else does this report highlight as a path to millionaire status?
Let's talk about data science and analytics. We live in a world overflowing with data, and businesses need people who can make sense of it all.
It's true. I feel like I'm constantly bombarded with information these days. What makes data science so valuable?
It's about turning raw data into actionable insights. Data scientists can predict consumer behavior, forecast sales trends, optimize supply chains. It's about using data to give businesses a real competitive edge.
So data scientists are kind of like fortune tellers, but with algorithms and spreadsheets instead of crystal balls.
In a way, yes. They use their skills to predict what's coming next and help companies make smarter decisions.
And how does that translate into earning potential?
The report shows a clear progression. Entry-level data scientists can expect to start around $90,000 or more. As you gain experience and expertise, you can move into senior roles like data scientist or data architect, where you're looking at $200,000 or more annually.
Wow. So starting strong and only going up from there. Okay, we've got AML, blockchain, cybersecurity, data science. What's the next step on our tech skill ladder to millionaire status?
Let's talk about the foundation that many of these technologies rely on: cloud computing.
Cloud computing. It's one of those terms that's everywhere, but I'm not sure I fully understand it.
Think of it like this. Instead of companies having their own servers and data centers, they're renting space and resources from giant tech companies like Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. These platforms are known as AWS, Azure, and GCP, and they're completely changing the way businesses operate.
Okay, so it's about efficiency and scalability. Companies can access the computing power they need when they need it without having to manage all the infrastructure themselves. What kind of professionals are needed to make this cloud magic happen?
You've got cloud engineers who migrate systems to the cloud, manage the infrastructure, and keep everything running smoothly. Then there are cloud architects who design these complex cloud solutions, and DevOps engineers who specialize in automating and streamlining the development and deployment process in cloud environments.
It's pretty complex. What kind of earning potential are we talking about for these cloud wizards?
Cloud engineers start strong, around $120,000 per year. And those with specialized skills like cloud architects and DevOps engineers can earn $180,000 or more. Certifications like the AWS Solutions Architect can also give you a serious edge.
So cloud computing, essential, complex, and definitely lucrative. What other tech skills are on the horizon for those aiming for millionaire status?
Let's step into a world where digital and physical realities blend. Extended reality, or XR.
XR, that covers augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality.
Right, that's right, all of those.
I feel like this has been the next big thing for a while now, but it's finally starting to take off.
It is. XR is changing how we experience the world. From immersive gaming to virtual real estate tours, interactive educational tools, and even trying on clothes virtually before you buy them.
It sounds pretty sci-fi, but I can definitely see the potential. So XR is about creating these engaging digital experiences. But is there real money to be made in this field?
The report shows that XR developers are earning between $90,000 and $140,000 annually. But the exciting part is the growth potential. With the rise of the metaverse, virtual collaboration tools, and even things like virtual concerts and events, the demand for skilled XR developers is only going to increase.
The metaverse. I hear that word everywhere. Can you explain it a bit more?
Imagine a persistent, shared virtual world where you can interact with others, attend events, play games, even own virtual property. It's still early days, but the metaverse is poised to become a massive industry, and XR is a key technology driving its development.
Okay, so XR. From virtual try-on apps to building the metaverse, it sounds like there's a lot of room for creativity and innovation in this field. What's next on our millionaire tech skill list?
Let's go back to the core of it all. Software development, specifically full-stack development.
Software is everywhere these days, from our phones to our cars to our refrigerators. It's hard to imagine a world without it.
Absolutely.
And full-stack developers are the multi-talented individuals who can handle both the front end, what users see and interact with, and the back end, the behind-the-scenes logic that makes it all work. They're in high demand because they can build entire applications from start to finish. So if you can code, you're basically set, right?
Well, it takes more than just knowing a few programming languages. But having strong software development skills opens doors to a wide range of opportunities. Think about developing e-commerce platforms, building those SaaS tools businesses rely on, or even creating the next hit mobile game.
So what's the earning potential like for these coding superstars?
Full-stack developers can easily earn over $100,000 a year. But here's where it gets interesting. You're not limited to traditional jobs.
You mean like freelancing or starting their own company?
Exactly. Platforms like Upwork and TopTal connect skilled freelancers with clients worldwide, and you can set your own rates. Or if you have an entrepreneurial spirit, you could build your own software product or tech startup. The earning potential is virtually unlimited.
Wow, so many paths to choose from. Okay, we've covered some pretty incredible tech skills already. What else is on this millionaire-making list?
Let's delve into the world of connected devices, the Internet of Things, or IoT.
IoT. The concept of smart homes and connected cars always seems futuristic, but it's becoming our reality.
It's happening faster than many realize. The IoT market is projected to exceed $1 trillion by 2025. It's about connecting everyday devices to the internet, from smart thermostats and doorbells to industrial machinery and even healthcare devices.
What are some examples of how this is playing out in the real world?
We're all familiar with smart home devices like Nest thermostats and Ring doorbells, but IoT goes far beyond that. It's being used in industrial automation for predictive maintenance, in healthcare for remote patient monitoring, and in cities for traffic management and environmental monitoring. It's about creating a more connected and efficient world.
And it sounds like someone needs to build and manage all those connected devices. What's the earning potential for someone skilled in IoT?
IoT developers are earning a healthy $100,000 to $140,000 annually. But like many of the skills we've discussed, there's potential to go beyond a traditional salary.
You mean building their own IoT startup or even patenting their own innovative devices?
Precisely. The possibilities in the IoT space are vast and constantly evolving. There's plenty of room for creative and ambitious individuals to make their mark.
Okay, IoT. From smart homes to connected factories, a field with massive potential. What other tech skills are on our list?
Let's talk about a role that's crucial for turning great ideas into successful tech products. Product management.
Product management.
Yeah.
It sounds important, but I'm not sure I fully grasp what it entails.
Think of product managers as the bridge between the technical teams building the product and the business stakeholders who set the vision and goals. They understand customer needs, define the product roadmap, manage the development process, and ultimately ensure that the product meets market demands and succeeds.
So they're kind of like the conductors of an orchestra, making sure everyone is in sync and the final performance is amazing.
Yeah, I like that analogy. Product managers need a blend of technical understanding, business acumen, and communication skills to guide the development and launch of a product effectively.
And are these conductors of the tech world compensated well?
Absolutely. The report shows that product managers earn between $110,000 and $150,000 a year. And in senior roles within tech giants like Google or Amazon, salaries can exceed $200,000.
Wow, so a challenging but rewarding role with great earning potential. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here. What's the final skill on our tech skills hit list?
Let's wrap things up with a skill that's essential for streamlining software development and delivery: DevOps.
DevOps. It's another one of those buzzwords I hear a lot, but I'm not entirely sure what it means.
In a nutshell, DevOps is about breaking down the barriers between development and operations teams to deliver software faster and more reliably. It's about automating processes, using tools like Docker and Kubernetes for containerization, and embracing agile methodologies like CI/CD, which stands for continuous integration and continuous delivery.
So it's about making the entire software development process as smooth and efficient as possible.
Exactly. And with businesses increasingly adopting agile practices and moving their infrastructure to the cloud, DevOps skills are in high demand.
And how does that translate into earning potential for these efficiency experts?
DevOps engineers earn a solid $120,000 or more annually. And in high-demand industries like fintech and AI startups, salaries can reach $200,000 or even higher.
Wow. We just explored 10 incredibly valuable tech skills with serious earning potential. What stands out to you the most?
The key takeaway for me is that you don't have to limit yourself to just one skill. Combining multiple skills like AI with data science or blockchain with cybersecurity can open up truly unique and lucrative opportunities.
That's a great point. It's about finding the right combination that aligns with your interests and passions. But with so many options, it can feel a little overwhelming.
You're right. That's why in the next part of our deep dives, we'll explore the different paths you can take to leverage these skills. From freelancing and entrepreneurship to joining a startup or climbing the corporate ladder, there's a path for everyone.
Okay, so stay tuned. We'll be back after a quick break to delve deeper into how you can turn these tech skills into a fulfilling and financially rewarding career.
That's right.
All right, we're back. We just explored 10 cutting-edge tech skills that could put you on the path to earning serious money.
Yeah.
We're talking millions, folks. But, knowing the skills is just the first step, right?
That's right. Now the question is, how do you actually turn these skills into a fulfilling and financially rewarding career?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question. Literally.
Haha, right.
So where do we even begin?
Well, there are so many exciting paths you can take. One option that offers a lot of flexibility is freelancing.
Freelancing, the ultimate freedom.
Hmm.
But can you really build a successful career, and a lucrative one at that, as a freelancer in the tech world?
Absolutely. Platforms like Upwork and TopTal connect skilled tech professionals with clients all over the globe. If you're proficient in any of the skills we discussed, you can set your own rates, choose your projects, and essentially be your own boss.
So you're saying I could ditch the 9-to-5 grind, work from anywhere in the world, and potentially make a killing. Sign me up. But what kind of rates are we talking about? Can you really make serious money freelancing?
It depends on your skill set, your experience, and the complexity of the project, but it's not uncommon for experienced tech freelancers to charge $100 an hour or more. And if you build a strong reputation and a solid client base, the sky's the limit.
Wow, $100 an hour. That adds up quickly. Okay, freelancing. Freedom, flexibility, and the potential to earn big bucks. What if someone is looking for something a bit more structured, maybe with a team environment?
Then joining a startup could be a great option. Startups are often at the forefront of innovation, especially in the tech world, and they're always hungry for talented individuals with the skills we've been discussing.
Startups definitely have that exciting, fast-paced energy, but I've also heard they can be pretty demanding. What about the financial upside? Is it all about stock options and the hope of hitting it big someday?
Well, while the initial salary might be a bit lower than at a larger, more established company, the real payoff in startups often comes in the form of equity.
Equity, so you're not just earning a paycheck, you're potentially owning a piece of the company.
Exactly. If the startup takes off, goes public, or gets acquired by a bigger company, your equity could be worth a fortune. It's a calculated risk, but the potential rewards can be life-changing. Think of the early employees at Google or Facebook. They didn't just earn a salary, they became millionaires.
Okay, so freelancing offers freedom and flexibility, and startups offer the chance to get in on the ground floor of the next big thing. But what about those of us who prefer a bit more stability, a more traditional career path?
There are plenty of opportunities within established corporations as well. In fact, large companies across all industries are undergoing massive digital transformations, and they desperately need tech talent to make it happen.
So even if you're not working for a tech company, these skills are still in high demand. It's not just about Silicon Valley anymore, right?
Absolutely. Whether it's finance, healthcare, retail, or manufacturing, companies everywhere are looking for people who can leverage technology to improve efficiency, create better customer experiences, and drive innovation.
So how do you stand out from the crowd and land one of these coveted corporate tech jobs?
It all comes down to continuous learning. The tech landscape changes so rapidly that you have to constantly be upskilling, learning new technologies, and expanding your knowledge base.
So it's not just about what you learned in school, it's about being adaptable and a lifelong learner.
Exactly. The most valuable tech professionals are the ones who embrace change, who are curious, who are always looking for ways to improve their skills and solve new challenges. Take online courses, attend industry conferences, get certified in specific technologies. There's a wealth of resources out there.
So we've got freelancing, startups, and corporate careers. That covers a lot of ground. But are there any other options for someone with these in-demand tech skills?
Of course. We can't forget about entrepreneurship, the path for those who want to build something from scratch, be their own boss, and potentially create something truly world-changing.
Entrepreneurship, the ultimate dream for many, but also a lot of work and risk. Is it really realistic to think you can become a millionaire by starting your own tech company?
It definitely takes a certain level of risk tolerance, a ton of hard work, and honestly, a bit of luck. But the potential rewards are limitless. Many of the skills we've discussed today, especially in fields like AI, XR, and IoT, have the power to disrupt entire industries.
So you're saying it's possible to create the next billion-dollar tech company, to be the next Steve Jobs or Elon Musk?
It's definitely possible, but even if your company doesn't reach those astronomical heights, building a successful business that provides value to your customers, creates jobs, and allows you to pursue your passions is an incredible achievement in itself.
It's inspiring to think about all the possibilities, but with so many paths to choose from, how do you know which one is right for you?
There's no one-size-fits-all answer. The ideal path depends on your personality, your risk tolerance, your lifestyle preferences, and your ultimate career aspirations.
This is all about self-awareness and knowing what truly aligns with your goals and values.
Exactly. And Don't be afraid to experiment. You might start out freelancing to gain experience and build your network, then transition into a startup role to learn the ropes of building a business, or you might start your career in a large corporation to develop a solid foundation before branching out on your own. There's no right or wrong way to do it.
It's not about finding the perfect path, it's about finding the path that's perfect for you. This has been so insightful. What are your final thoughts for our listeners as they navigate this exciting but sometimes overwhelming world of tech careers?
The tech landscape is constantly evolving, which can be daunting, but it also means there are always new opportunities emerging. If you're willing to invest in yourself, continuously learn, and adapt to the ever-changing demands of the industry, the potential for both personal and financial success is enormous.
So whether you're a seasoned tech pro or just starting out, the key is to stay curious, embrace the challenge, and never stop learning. But before we wrap up, there's one more crucial piece to this puzzle.
You're right. We've talked about the skills, the paths, the potential rewards, but what about the impact?
That's what we'll explore in the final part of our deep dive. How you can use these tech skills not just to build a successful career, but to make a meaningful contribution to the world. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the deep dive. We've covered a lot of ground, from the top tech skills that could make you a millionaire to the different paths you can take to build a successful tech career.
We've talked about freelancing, startups, corporate jobs, even starting your own company.
Right.
It's clear there's no shortage of opportunities in the tech world.
Yeah, it's exciting, but it can also feel a bit overwhelming. Like, where do you even start? And with all this focus on earning potential, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture.
You're absolutely right. It's not just about the money. These tech skills have the power to shape the future, to solve some of the world's most pressing problems.
That's what we want to focus on in this final part of our deep dive. The impact you can make with these skills.
We've talked about how AI can revolutionize healthcare, how blockchain can create more transparent and secure systems, how cybersecurity is essential for protecting our digital lives.
Yeah, it's not just abstract concepts. These are real-world applications that are already making a difference.
Think about the potential for using AI to develop new treatments for diseases, or to create personalized learning experiences for students. Imagine using blockchain to track the origins of products, ensuring ethical sourcing and fair trade practices.
Or using cybersecurity skills to protect critical infrastructure from cyber attacks, safeguarding our power grids, hospitals, and financial institutions.
Exactly.
It's a big deal.
The possibilities are truly inspiring. It's about using these skills not just to build a successful career, but to make the world a better, safer, and more equitable place.
So how can our listeners take that step, that leap from learning the skills to actually making a difference?
It starts with finding your passion. What problems are you most interested in solving? What issues do you care most deeply about?
Okay, and once you've identified that passion, what then?
Then you can start exploring how your tech skills can be applied to make a real impact. Maybe it's joining a nonprofit that's using technology to address social issues.
Okay.
Or perhaps it's contributing to open source projects that are developing innovative solutions for global challenges. You could even start your own company with a mission to create positive change.
So it's about looking beyond the paycheck and asking yourself, how can I use my skills to leave a lasting legacy?
Absolutely. We've talked a lot about the future in this deep dive, and that's what it really comes down to. Shaping the future we want to see. It's not something that just happens, it's something we create.
And that's the challenge we leave you with today. What role will you play in shaping that future?
What impact will you make?
We hope this deep dive has not only given you the knowledge and inspiration to build a successful tech career, but also the motivation to use your skills to make a meaningful contribution to the world.
Remember, the future is full of possibilities.
So true.
And it's waiting for you to shape it.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Keep learning, keep exploring, and keep striving to make a positive impact. Until next time.